Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides, and tunes for Forza Horizon, and having a look at the backstage area and the shop for the summer season of Series 34. Apologies for being a little bit late on this one. I fell asleep on my sofa and, well, yeah, didn't get around to doing this last night, so I'm doing it now. And I'm going to run through this stuff with you with the footage that I recorded yesterday. So this week on the backstage, there's a vote: the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera or the Ferrari 488 Pista. And yeah, okay, they're both pretty nice cars. And the Aston Martin was my favourite car in the game when it came in. Was it last year? Or maybe the year before? I can't remember. When it came in, it was my favourite car. I absolutely loved it. But the problem I'm going to sort of raise with you right here, right now, is don't we get this for the winter 80%? So you can vote for it for a backstage and end up picking it up for 80%. And even if you didn't pick it up for 80%, there'd be so many of them on the auction house, you'd be able to pick them up for a reasonable price. But that's just my thought on that one. The Pista's a good car, and I have already put a vote up asking for your opinions. I haven't been back to check on it, but when I did check earlier, it was actually roughly around 50-50, so this could potentially go either way. So what I will do is have a look at the auction house of these. This was yesterday, and I am aware that there's a lot more of these on the auction house now than there was yesterday when I recorded this footage. So let's have a look, shall we? Search cars. What should I go for? Let's look for the Aston Martin. It's the DBS SL. Okay, confirm. Let's have a look. 6 million, 6 million, 6 million. Yeah, it's about 6 million. And when I looked earlier, they're about the same sort of price, but there's a lot more of them. I might pick a couple of these up myself, actually, because I might stick them on super cheap one of the days. So yeah, I'll pick a couple of those up. I'm not taking all of them because I just simply don't have a garage space. But that'll do for that one. So yeah, there's plenty of them on auction, and they are about 6.2, 6.3 million. There's one for 5 million there. Some more 6 millions. But let's have a look at the Pista. It's a Ferrari. And scroll along, there you go. Pista 19, 488. What do we got? 1.8 million, 1.7 million, 1.7, 1.7. And I'd go again on this one saying the prices haven't really changed much in the last sort of 24 hours. Okay, fair enough. Let's have a quick flick through that. Yep, they're all pretty much there. They're not flying sort of off the shelves. They've not got mad buyouts on them or anything. So they're both cars which are pretty easy to come by anyway, particularly the Aston Martin, which is going to be in the playlist for the winter season, so I might pick a couple of these Pistas up as well. That's that. That's the vote on that. This is the shop. What do we got? The Apollo Intenza and the BMW M3 GTS. And the interesting thing about the Apollo Intenza, this is actually a backstage pass car. And one of the things which I think a lot of people were a bit confused over was the fact that you've got these cars in the backstage, is that you've got these cars in the backstage area, and are they just going to be locked away there? Are these going to turn up in the shop ever again? Are they going to come out as seasonal rewards? And nobody sort of knew. I didn't know. You know, nothing was said officially. And it turns out we're sitting here now in the current Forza Font shop, and you can go and pick yourself up an Apollo Intenza for 600 Forza points, which is also still on the backstage area. So it definitely goes to show that just because stuff is in the backstage doesn't mean it won't ever come back into the shop and it won't end up for seasonal rewards. The BMW M3 GTS, it was in not so long ago as a seasonal reward, 350 Forza points, nice car. It's an E92 as well, so, you know, that's one of my favourite generations of BMW. And Emote-wise, you've got the dab, you've got the Ode to Joy car horn, and naturally you've got the super wheel spin and the normal wheel spin, which I genuinely would not waste my money on. Into the auction stuff, and let's have a look, shall we? Search cars. Don't want my Pista. Looking for the Apollo, I think. I'll go for the Apollo. Wherever it is, I can find it in a minute. There you go, stare me right in the face. The Apollo. There's a few of them. What do we got? 6.5 million, 6.5, 6.5. Yeah, and they haven't really changed in the last sort of 24 hours either. So, you know what? It's not too bad. You can pick them up off the shop for a pretty nice price. And they're not too bad on the auction. Although I don't know if these prices are going to drop or not. I'm not too sure. Next up, let's have a look at this BM, shall we? Let's have a look at this E92. Here you go, E92 M3 GTS. That's a one. A few of them. 446,000, 353, 231, 336. These genuinely are not going for a lot. My opinion, if you want this car, just go and buy it off auction. It's, you know, save your Forza points, save your shop points, go and get this car off the auction house. I might pick a couple of them because in the past I have sold some for about 5 million. So again, might be worth keeping a couple in my back. But truthfully, don't waste your points on the BMW. Spend them on the Apollo, right? Get the BMW off the auction house. That's my suggestion anyway. But that's the cars. So yeah, what do you think about the shop? It's an interesting one, and it definitely confirms that the Backstage cars can still come into the shop, and that's brilliant, and that's definitely a good thing to know. So the Apollo worth the points, in my opinion, and BMW not so much, given the auction price. The emotes and car horns, well, you know, the thing is, if you're collecting them, if you want them, they're there. They're about 100 points, if I remember correctly. Get them. But don't waste your money on super wheel spins and normal wheel spins. Truthfully, it just isn't worth it. But what I'll be asking everyone today, and I've already put this vote up, and I will put a link to it in the description, is which car do you want to see in next week? You've got the Aston Martin Superleggera, or you've got the Ferrari Pista. These are your choices. The Aston Martin or the Ferrari for next week. Given the fact that they are both really good cars, I would also say to everyone, keep in mind that the Aston Martin is plentiful on the auction house, and it is going to be an 80% reward in less than 2 weeks. So with that, I would like to thank everyone for watching. Hopefully it's been useful. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button, leave me a comment, tell me what you think of the shop. What do you think about these cars in the shop? Are you happy that Backstage Pass cars are coming in to the shop again? Because I am. I think that's brilliant. The more avenues people have, the more ways people have got to get these cars, the better. Because when everyone can get this stuff, everybody wins because everyone's playing sort of on equal level. And it is really good. But what do you think? Do you think Backstage cars should remain backstage? Do you think they should be back in the shop? Do you think there's a point where they should come into the auto show? That's an idea, isn't it? Rear cars, championship cars, they come into the game as new cars, and after a certain number of months, they appear in the auto show. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, but they won't do it because the auction house is a big thing with Forza and they're so heavily invested in it. But that would certainly be an idea. What do you think about that? I'll be interested to know on that. And remember, the vote. You've got the Aston Martin, you've got the Ferrari. Let me know. And what I'll do is next week I'll go in, cast me vote, and whatever one you vote for in your majority on here, I will vote for in game. So until next time, thank you for watching, take it easy and happy driving.